Trophy in beautiful Villanova, Pennsylvania, where tonight we have a first-round matchup between two storied programs who last met a decade ago. From Finneran Pavilion, it's the A-10 tussling with the Big East as the VCU Rams competing in its 7th NIT. Harry are the officials, Villanova in white, VCU in black. And it's controlled here by Zeb Jackson for VCU and running tonight here from the Fin. VCU team this year with 22 wins, third straight 20-win season for them. Keep an eye on Shogla. He will be the focal point in the half court. Zeb Jackson also with these drives as well. Bamba inside, the kick out here to Dixon as Mark documented will be inside and out throughout this one. Burton in the post wants to take Kwani with the right hand and a good kiss off the window.
Yeah, this is what's really
Dixon for Nova.
Zeb Jackson really trying to force things early for Ryan Odom. He just needs to settle down.
Armstrong gets fouled to the cup with Furman in his way.
Too much. That time taking the ball hard to the rim, getting contact, going to the line.
News, Dave, Led and Mark Adams, our entire crew, a first-round NIT matchup on that pedigree tonight, Mark.
Of course, Villanova, a three-time national champion, most recently with Jay Wright in 2016 and 2018. This VCU program under Shaka Smart went to the Final Four in 2011. Both these teams now in the NIT, moving in the right direction toward an NCAA bid. And there's Zeb Jackson from downtown.
Shooter two. Burton has already scored in the game. In the corner for Dixon. No. Bairstow with the miss here for VCU. It's a VCU team that went 22-13, 11-7 in the A-10. There's Shogla. That is his shot from beyond.
Yeah, Bairstow was able to get out in the open court and find their best player, Max Schobert. Good decision-making. And Eric Dixon, great decision-making. That's why he's so hard to guard.
Mark,
he's a complete offensive weapon.
And they get Lawal in the pick and roll, and that's what he does West off the bench. That is his 60 in the A-10 tournament. Got past Fordham, UMass, St. Joe's as well to the title game. Here is Moore trying to cash it and gets it for two in his bounce.
When that title game lost to Duquesne, of course, Keith Damp.
The extra kick. Bamba, though, lost it. Shogla was in his way. They threw it away to Hakeem Hart, though. Extra 30. Here's Halson, right on cue from downtown.
Yeah, Halson's one of those guys that can knock down the three ball. That's why he comes off
the mark. That was good contest there from Halson. Armstrong working with Bamba up top. They're going to use Dixon a lot in the high ball screens. It is Bamba with Shogla in his way. And the foul will go against Shogla.
And Halson just stepped up and knocked down the three at the end of that replay.
Points per game. A willing defender, very versatile. There's Halson, he's 1 of 2 from 3 so far to start with Villanova up by 4. Bell, the inside for Lawal. Good tip there from Halson. Here's Armstrong with the solo. And a timeout early from Ryan Odom.
They were good, but you could tell they were still learning roles and getting better. I really like the upside of this VCU basketball team.
Beat Penn State early on in November, lost to Memphis. And Armstrong to see a ton of switches defensively for Villanova. This is the freshman Bell. Good look for Billups, looking for back-to-back. He's got it for the Rams.
And VCU, they have such good depth. I mean,
see what the three-point shooting has been a theme for Ryan Odom's team. Assistant coach Matt Henry and others had the scout on this one. Bamisil, big score off the bench for them. He's got it. Story, it is his 4th different school right on cue here. He started out his career under Mike Young at Virginia Tech, then went to GW under James Bounding team in Villanova as well. They have missed their last 5 shots, the Wildcats. Comes a 3 here, and finally that quells that opportunity. Thanks to Hakeem Hart, the transfer from Maryland. Stops at 11. Dixon, this is what he does best inside, taking Furman with the foul. Chidiakono gave it up. Here is Armstrong checking the clock on Shogla. Bamba taking Billups, left hand over Furman that time with only 2 points. There he is yet again, gets the shot fake on Furman with the left hand. That's too easy for Dixon, second team all Big East.
I would have him touch the ball every...
Look for VCU, they had this in the shooter and they go right to the high post, but it was thrown away. Armstrong on the lob, tipped by Shogla. The target man was Bamba. Numbers here in a 3v2. Billups for three. That's his third in the game. That's ball for the Rams. Chidiacono out there on Shulga. Shulga wants to take him. What a beautiful shot fake by him from 5 feet. Nicely done.
So balanced. So
percentage leaders in college basketball. 2 of the top 11 to be exact. In Villanova, 1 seed. It's another turnover in the 8th. Here's Bamisil with the left hand. That was smooth from Big Joe. 3. No. Ware with the miss. Formerly of Camden High School, gave it up to a cutting Burton. Oh, that's a great move there on a straight line move on Burton.
Yeah, Ware looked over his shoulder and made eye contact with Burton, who just, when am I ever going to be as explosive as I once was? And he's had to battle through all of those psychologically warfare factors because of his injuries.
As hard who is in the game again, down low for Dixon. That's a good curl there for Dixon.
This offense, good things happen when he touches the ball the most.
There's Nelson in the game, cutting in from 15. Halson thought he had all ball. Defensively for their program for the title game. Excited for that one on the women's side. Second, no. And this is a player that Kyle Neptune told us the best open court three-point shooter he's ever seen. Hit 97 of 100 threes.
Yeah, with nobody guarding.
Yeah, remarkable. Yeah. Bairstow, the kick out, it is Zeb Jackson. That's his shot mark. VCU lengthening their lead with 1 minute to go in the first stanza.
Yeah, the VCU guards are outplaying the Villanova guards in a big way here in the first half.
Cut inside, a ton of time. Yeah, those at Nova know, such a sturdy defender.
Slow the game down and not try to be, you know, an all-star every play.
The 70s too. 7 seconds separating the timers. Bairstow's open, to the crowd's dismay, no. 8 seconds to go for Ware. Armstrong for 3, yes! Beats the timer for Mark Armstrong on the main line. And it's a 1-point game at the break.
Of Villanova, they needed this shot. And this is the guy that can be flamboyant and make big plays. Decision maker, Mark Armstrong, late half situation with confidence, with poise, splat from downtown.
He's characteristic for Nova, Mark. 8 turnovers in the first half. They're a team that folks that have followed the program, especially in Big East play, very good at taking care of the basketball offensively, but a little bit inconsistent this year at times. Team rebounding a little down. Let's see if that surges in half number 2. Dave Little, Mark Adams, our entire crew, and it starts with a bomb.
That's right, the wingspan of VCU. These guys go fingertip to fingertip. They got 7 foot wingspans, and they cause a lot of problems on the defensive end.
3 from the corner there for VCU's Kwani. A 38% three-point shooter finally delivers. The big thing on the scout for VCU, taking a ton of threes, closing it at nearly 20 attempts tonight.
Oh! TJ Bamba!
With their left hand, too much English though from Armstrong. Bairstow with a kick out there, right hand gone over Bamba.
And Bairstow looked like he might have drawn a little bit of contact there, but no call will play on.
We mentioned that it's a VCU team. It'll pace of play, according to Ken Palm, not really high, but they will look to push Villanova tonight. Dixon draws the contact there on.
Then he thought. He said, quote, "You only got one family."
Here to stateside at 13. You know, all reports talking with the staff that his family is doing the balance there. Locked up at 36. Dave Little, Mark Adams, our producer Graham Taylor, statistician Ed Speed, our entire crew from Villanova first on NIT game. Oh, Bamba! That was from the top of City Hall. It's out for Odom's team, who was up by 1 at the break. 20 bench points before the half. Bell, good move, left hand. Oh, that was smooth there for Michael Bell, the freshman, taking on the elder statesman Dixon.
A beautiful pirouette one situation. I thought that they would be doubling him more, but he hasn't been as effective in the 2-point range as he typically is.
That's a good weak side cut there from Bell. Compliments of Bamisil. Michael Bell.
Twitter followers out there, their best decision makers.
In the same vein with that fella. Inside for Armstrong, there's a good contest. Dixon, right place, right time, and a foul. NBA, and they looked at the entire 2019 season of college basketball. This building, we were told by the Villanova staff, here out of the inbounds, it's Bama, so that was drawn up by Odom out of the timeout there from Shulga.
BC beat Virginia. That dude can flat out coach. A couple years ago in the NCAA tournament.
10 lead changes, now 5 in the half. And 3 there. Nelson has his second in the game. We're playing at the nearby Wells Fargo Center, home of the Philadelphia 76ers. Bamba from 3. It's been good tonight. Shulga with the miss.
Shulga with a really good block off right there.
Shulga down low, it's Kwani, and Burton was late getting him. Miscommunication for the Cats down low, Mark.
Yeah, and Max Shulga had his eyes on the defender, read the misread of the defenders, and just took advantage right there. Well read by Max Shulga.
4 straight makes for VCU. Good pull up here for Armstrong, the sophomore.
Would have been so many close games in the NIT in the first round. We're going to get another one here tonight.
He's got 10, Mark, 3 of 8. Good move inside here from Michael Bell, the freshman starring here on the main line.
Boy, Lance Ware just got blown by right there. Wasn't even close to defending that dribble drop.
Played well in the A-10 tournament for Bell. Ware inside, fouled by Kwani.
Tough athlete, but he's got to get more junkyard dog in his defensive game.
With Jalen Brunson, I am so happy to see what Jalen Brunson is doing it all.
Brunson, Archie Diacono, Scotty Reynolds, Kyle Lowry wasn't on my list. So just a great job by the Villanova fans reaching out and sending me their decision makers. Thanks, that makes it fun.
Yeah, it's really good stuff. We have 8 ties, 14 lead changes. That is now the 15th away. Neither team has led by more than 6. Second all-time meeting between these two proud programs. Remember that Final Four Shaka Smart went in 2011? A couple national championships for Nova, 16 and 18, even 85 over Georgetown under Rolly Massimino. Jackson, the step back to Bamba. He's going to get the call from Billion from 3. Zeb will shoot 3.
Into Jackson's space, and Jackson read it, got contact. Watch the defender Bamba. See how he comes forward right there. The title's under Jay Wright. Yeah. The fact of the matter is that Jay Wright's first 3 teams, very similar situation right now. Now, many people say, well, look, this is a fan base that's used to winning a lot. It might even be a little bit spoiled.
And others provided for the program. It's another turnover here on Villanova. It's been a big theme tonight. Bamisile from the corner. Oh, he's got it yet again for the Rams. And they take the lead once more, up by 2.
Yeah, no
from 3. Largely from Bamisile. Off the bench as well, getting a lot of production out of Lawal. Right there on the pick and roll. Down low, Mark inside with the right hand. Tough shot, he'll go to the line, drawing the contact on Hart.
Team. Look, they don't run as much as maybe the old Havoc teams did. But boy, they...
Yeah, Michael Shrewsbury went to Notre Dame. Before that, Coach Wade, Shaka Smart, as well against Marquette, where he was just 1 of 10, 0 of 6, Mark, from 3. It's been troubling tonight. Kwani's like that tonight, in front of his own bench. It is the largest lead for the Rams.
To win. Look, Max Shulga was a good player when I saw him the last time, but he's turned into a leader. Bamisile is now healthy. And this team has just blossomed throughout this season under the leadership of Ryan Odom.
Dixon inside playing with the double-double down. Games, they didn't have it this year for the 4th championships. Good luck to all the participants.
For fun, by the way.
Yeah, you and I would be good with a walk-up song like Jackson Olsen for the Savannah Bananas. Oh, that's Kwani with a big swat there. Numbers here. Bamisile, that was deflected nicely by Bamba. Back to Jackson, double team, and he's met there by Dixon. It's a 3-on-1 for Nova. Dixon, left hand short, and a foul with Kwani in his way. The inside-outside game like Dixon, it reminds folks of these
3-point shot. 40% of his shots come from behind the arc, and 60% of his shots come.
And he's disgruntled.
Big possession right here for Villanova. The roof will come off this building with a basket right here. Get it to Dixon. There he is.
See you in man. It is Dixon taking Shulga with the reverse. That was pretty from Dixon. Mark on the glass. Moore.
Dixon has a mismatch inside. You got to give him the ball. There it is.
Dixon, here comes the double. Wow. Oh, that's a spin move on the highlight reel for Dixon. Oh, seemingly he's on ice at Villanova.
Look at him defend.
Bamisil, right hand strong, but the foul, late one from Million, called against Dixon. College basketball. Bamisil spinning on a pedestal mark.
David, we expected this. Look, VCU is very talented, very long. They play together well.
How about Bamba gliding inside? He draws the contact, also having a nice game.
The great thing,
How has Dixon overcome that here in the second half?
then he started making plays on the perimeter, and you can't double team.
Eye-popping numbers in the turn of events in half number 2. Bamisil has had a lot of turn of events. Lawal trying to get the miss. He cannot hit a couple of dunks tonight. Good stick-to-itiveness. He will go to the line for VCU. Playing organized basketball, which is really hard to believe. A native of London.
Athlete, overall, just raw athlete on this team. I mean, he got
A carry there on Jackson. 17 lead changes, 10 ties in the game. Here is Shulga for VCU. By the way, Nova's done a good job on him. 5 points, 2 of 8 for Shulga. Bamisil inside, in and out, but he'll go to the line. He has been star-studded with 4. Has been so integral to Odom's team. Barnes' team does for the Arizona women as well. Bamisil. See the 6 fouls on Villanova here. Just keep that in mind. Under 3 to go. Wow. Shulga with a 3. And he needed that for the Rams. That is his second 3 tonight.
he was a good
Housen has 3 threes, the native of Texas. Shulga's on him. Back to Dixon taking Lawal. Is a block there on Toby Lawal. Back over to a much-needed 3. History comes to mind. In and out for Dick Odom in that pedigree from UMBC, where they knocked off Virginia 16-1 for the first time ever years ago, and Utah State.
This is the matchup that Shulga wanted for the jump shot the last time against Eric Dixon.
It is Zeb Jackson. No, need a board Villanova. It's Bairstow who has it. And a fresh 20 for the Rams. Crowd can't believe it here at Nova.
Yeah, and Shulga, instead of shooting it, decides to run some shot clock here, run this clock down.
Shulga driving in, draws the contact on the floor. Good on the 1-and-1. Elite that Shulga possesses, and in good form there. 8-0 run for VCU with 1:49 to go in regulation.
Well, if Eric Dixon catches it, I would run a second defender at him if he's inside the three-point line.
Armstrong, some trouble. Gonna run through Housen. Timeout called by Kyle Neptune. And wisely there with 18 to shoot. It will take a tough Big East. See if that changes here, then get back in it. Down a couple of possessions. Been in a lot of close games. Moore back into the game, just has a bucket. Gives it up here to Dixon with 10 to shoot, taking Lawal.
They run another defender at him.
Dixon with the reverse short, but he gets the contact on Lawal. That help there, but we're working on that in the shoot-around as well.
Regular season American Athletic Conference champions, the South Florida Bulls, one of the biggest surprises in the country.
And they won a nation leading at 1.15 consecutive games. Dixon with the steal. That was poor there from Shulga. Dixon with the left hand. The Cats needed that. Dixon coast to coast. And a timeout quickly by Kyle Neptune in a 5-point game. One of their 3rd consecutive for VCU. Has the ball up by 5. Zeb Jackson with it. Both teams with the bonus. That 2-2-1 trap here from Nova. Can VCU escape it? Jackson with Archie Diacono in his way.
Timeout straight to the rim. There he goes. There's Lawal. He's open.
Oh, this is good out of the inbounds. Drawn up by Odom, and Lawal will solo. What a call, Mark. Drawn up beautifully by Odom and his staff. It is a 7-point game. Armstrong, no. Off of Archie Diacono. Back to the Rams. How about this inbounds for VCU?
Ryan Odom is a genius at inbounds play, and he saw the same thing we all saw, and that was that Toby Lawal was going to go deep right there. You're a great athlete with size and wingspan, and here we go again.
Bamisil. Wow. Amid 2. Will solo for VCU, who's well on their way of playing South Florida on either Saturday or Sunday in the 2nd round of the NIT. And the foul there on Hart, which has been disheartening here at Nova Nation. But credit to VCU on the road with a
situation. Instead of looking deep, they just try to get the ball in. Ryan Odom just went for the home run and hit a grand slam.
Stone misses the front end of the 1-and-1. It is Bamba giving it up in the corner to Moore. The last game for Moore, Burton without eligibility. The same with Chris Arcidiacono for Villanova. And congrats to Ryan Odom and VCU on the road. What a season for the Rams. 42-12 outscoring Villanova and bench points. And VCU advances to the second round of the NIT and will face South Florida on Saturday or Sunday. And that will do it for the 1 seed. It goes down Villanova for the 2023-2024 campaign.